Okay. Hey, what's going on? Today is March 21st. It's 5:12 p.m. and I'm trying to find my phone. Let me just turn this off, the speakerphone. The speaker. Okay. So today is Thursday, March 21st, 2024 at 5:12 p.m. Sebastian, stop. He's trying to like scaring away the birds. Anyway, the title of this video is called What's the Addy? And I wanted to basically just kind of come out here and explain to you guys some things in regards to my life that I've already definitely shared with you before. But I am turning 39 today, and I've been really, I've really had enough of what the fuck has been happening to me. It's been over a decade, um, way past. Like it's the human zoo abuse, and the abuse just in general has just been extremely traumatic to my entire life. And the fact that Black people have been the foundation as to the initiating process of this abuse is, disappointing to say the least. And one of the things that, you know, these specific Black people and people of color and non-people of color have generally said is just like they would try to make fun, especially the Black people. It was just like they would do something about like, oh, being biracial, and I'm just like, my mom is Black, my dad is Black, but you go ahead and say that. But like they were trying to make it seem like some of the defenses that they were making was like, oh, I just hate when multiracial or biracial people just happen to complain about, oh, they're not respected in the Black community and they're not respected in the white community. And it's just like, um, as a Black person, watching you say that from your nigger lips, because at that point you are a nigger, you're really fucking stupid coming out of your fucking lips. You are literally stating some shit that the people who bought you from the people who sold you out in that lineage, the fact that you utter every year about reparations and bullshit like that. Y'all were dismissed technically by two, races yourselves. But you were dismissed initially by Africa because you were sold. Okay. I'm not saying everybody, obviously not everybody was a fucking slave, but it was just like, okay, if you originated from Africa, and it was just like, if our lineage or basically Black people's history comes from being sold, transatlantic slavery, transatlantic slave trade has been sold from Africa to European worldwide, sold out, then you too were at one point, or at least your history, your fucking family tree, your origin, you didn't belong, and you weren't welcomed, obviously, or you didn't belong in Africa, you didn't belong in America. Both places did not make you feel welcome. Your lineage feel welcome. So as you're trying to like over here trying to joke or make wisecracks and things like that about me, it's just like it's the pot calling the kettle black. And it's really kind of fucking crazy because as a nigger coon, it's just like you are kind of no, not kind of, you are reiterating the same kind of verbiage that the people who rejected your family, your lineage, your family tree. And again, a nigger is a super person, and a coon is a person who's really just licking the fucking teats of white person. And as much as you guys try to save face on this bullshit, it's just like it is what it is. I'm making um an observational statement based off on your activities. You can't try to segue as much as you try, but it's just like at the very end of the day, facts are facts, right? You are moving in alignment. You can literally there are links on the fucking whitehouse.gov. There are links about on historical places and historical museums and African American slavery museums and such like that. There is dialogue, there are catalog of diary entries, journal entries, and moving in further, there are recordings, actual recordings from slaves who were still alive during the 1900s and decided to speak on exactly what it is that they saw and what it is that they were experienced. And it's just like You cannot deny the fact that you are reiterating the same kind of bullshit that these people were fucking subjected to and hearing themselves. So it's just like, from their oppressors, from their oppositions. And mind you, the oppressors were also black people too. So they were black slave owners, and there were the black people who there were black slave owners in America, and there were the African slave owners back in Africa. There were the black slave owners overseas and the black slave owners over here who were extremely, extremely harsh and critical to slaves. And there were just the free men who weren't slave owners who were still really prejudiced against either people who were formerly slaves or people who were formerly slaves or still slaves. History definitely is repeating here. The fact that you guys wanted to initiate and reenact a lot of the traumatic experiences from slavery into my life, and yet here you are being a fucking example. And it's just like, you can't be at a point where you're just like, oh, I didn't know. And I've told you this I've told you this multiple times. Plus, there's a fucking internet that you guys have always been on. That's why, you started to voyeur me and surveillance me without my permission. So you had access. You've had access to this information. And you also are a grown ass person. You pretend to be so every single fucking day as you try to, flaunt a flawless kind of, identity for yourself, when in actuality you are very corrupt, very dark, very sinister, and very willing to do anything in order to see somebody down. You are more than just crabs in the barrels at this point. You are just really something vehemently worse. You have shown your side and you try to cover it up, but it's just it's drastic. It's drastically dangerous for you guys to really just continue on living this way. And I'm not just referring to myself, I mean just in general, because the shit that has been happening to me has only just spilled, not just, but has spilled onto the lives of others, where they have, succumbed to either worse fate than mine, or it's like, in private, where they were harmed. But I will actually now when you say, I mean, they've had basically an ending. They've had an immediate ending, but it was just like, there was a lot of things that have happened to people off camera, as to me, where it's just, I have had, a slow kind of intended a slow death for me, where it's just like, it was like killing me in multiple ways. Killing my character, my assassination, lying on my name, treating me inhumanely. So a human zoo experiment, experimenting me on in general, capitalizing off of me, exploiting me, being opportunistic, slandering, showing your racist views. Right now, is going on right now. There is a speaking engagement at Princeton University saying, is anti-racism worth it or something like that. But it's just like, you have so many black people that are involved in this shit, and it's so fucking disgusting. So many black people that are fucking niggers and coons right now, really trying to advocate for this shit to continue, or trying to find a silver lining, trying to make it seem like this shit is actually, beneficial to society. And I don't care exactly how helpful watching me, stalking me, and harming me was to your benefit. It was for definitely greedy purposes, and there was definitely all in its entirety sinister plots. Because if at any time that this was actually conducive to society, then you guys would not have been trying to play dumb about exactly what the fuck you've been doing for the past over 10 years, damn near 20, if not more. If this was truly, truly beneficial, then you would have been really about it and been more public about what the fuck has been going on, instead of lying on my name, lying on my history, lying on who I am at my core, lying on my past. So my name is Shalise Mapp. I've saved this house from foreclosure at the age of like 20, 21. I had fixed it up with my money. all my money. I have been the one that people would call on and rely on since I was a child, since grade school, since I was a child. This is the house of my mother. My mother had passed away when I was 16. No, my mother had passed away when I was 17 years old. Um, when she had passed away, I had moved in with my grandmother. I had moved back in with my grandmother and my other little brothers, and I had took care of them, and also my grandmother because she had diabetes, and she kept going in and out of blackouts. During that time, my uncle had lived in this house. This house definitely does not look like anything it was today. In fact, it looked extremely worse once he and his family moved in here. Prior to him moving in here, this house looked okay. It did. It looked decent. Now, having said that, it is next to a train station. In fact, that's why this video is called "What's the Addy?" because I cannot rely on Black people to actually, be very upfront about what the fuck is going on. It has been going on too fucking long, and it really just kind of sets the standard on how people will cherry pick the fuck that is happening to me, and the government is just doing nothing but sitting on their fucking ass. I don't know at what point in time that you decided to, join in on the gang stalking, on the harassment and shit, situations like that. But yeah, I've been fighting the good fight by myself, by my fucking self. And people pretend to love me, but then go ahead and just use me. They don't speak up. They don't speak up and speak out for me. Like you would see, like if you saw a TikTok or something like that, people would literally like screenshot or like, and show images and stuff like that. Like person, they'd be like, oh, this is that here. This is happening to this person. Da, 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 da. The closest that I get is something passive. And for what it's worth, I do appreciate people speaking in some way in order to be, empathetic. But I seriously have learned that people have been using me as a means to free other people and still push me down. People have been using me to take my identity or take my ideas and silence me and push me down. My name is Shalise Mapp. I live at 15 Thompson Street, 15 Thompson Street, Trenton, New Jersey. THOM as in Mary, PSON as in Nancy, Street. I've been working at Princeton University for about like 5 years, and I've worked initially as administrative assistant and then as a faculty assistant / program coordinator. Then after that, I got back to just faculty assistant. And it seemed very coincidentally at the time when I started asking for more money for like a raise, because I was working like the two title positions of project coordinator and a faculty assistant. It just seemed very coincidental on how they just wanted to, demote me to just faculty assistant. And I was just like, okay, bet. And then it just a lot of triangulation that happened at that place. And I think subconsciously it just really contributed to me wanting to just be late and not really, and not wanting to appear at work as readily as possible, especially since, I had extra things to do, which I will definitely get into at a later time. But it's just like, I've been nothing but gaslit, and I've recorded this stuff. So I also need to bring this up to the, to whomever, to the EEOC or whomever. But it's just like, I will be, and I am. I've been consistently talking to you guys about like, first I was just like, okay, well, what the fuck is going on? And I had to uncover it exactly like what was going on by myself. And then eventually people started kind of saying things passively, and I was putting two to two together. It started first on Twitter. It actually first started on Facebook. Then it graduated to Twitter. And then it finally came up onto YouTube, where I was getting more inclinations about what was going on. But prior to all of that onto social media, I started independently finding all this out on my own online. I mean, obviously all this shit was like, for the most part was on my own. And I've been, staying strong and surviving on my fucking own. But it's just like, okay, if you're over here poisoning me and you have people driving by my house all willy-nilly, what's the fuck from holding it back from, telling you exactly where I live, where I fucking live? Bird fucking beta. While you guys are pretending that you don't know my fucking address, I have not moved. I have not changed my address officially. I've always had this address. I've temporarily lived in New York City because at the point of my rising pursuits, when I was, had the Just Bees Honey, that's Just. B as in boy, E as in Edward, E as in Edward, S as in Sam. Honey, that's H as in Henry, O as in Oscar, N as in Nancy, E as in Edward, Y as in yellow channel on YouTube. I moved temporarily in with my aunt, who's now passed away, and her son. Um, in New York City in Queens. And then from there, I had lived with a guy, and I was staying in Brooklyn for a limited time. And then from there, I was working on Park Avenue. So then from there, I decided to move. I had always still had this place because I had rented it out to somebody, and I would just stay here on the weekend because for a temporary time when I was in Queens, my aunt, she didn't like cats. So I kept the cat down here, and I worked out like a negotiation with the guy. I was like, look, I will be very cheap with the rent. I would be cheaper with the rent, and you get a win-win anyway because I'll be going from Monday to Friday. For the most part, I'll be going from Monday, actually from Sunday afternoon into like Friday morning. No, Friday evening. So basically, yeah, I would leave on Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. Then I would leave work, take the train from New York City all the way to Trenton on Friday. Like, so I would immediately leave work from Friday from Park Avenue, take the shuttle, then take the train, and then get all the way down here, walk from the train station, get to here, and feed and hang out with my cat for just, a couple days, and then go back up to New York to do this shit all over again. Yeah. So do that, and then also network because it was also more spacious for me, and my filming equipment was here though. But I was like, so yeah, to the point where when I moved to Brooklyn, I had just decided to just he was cool with cats, so I brought my cat up here. But then also he had another cat that was like, kind of like unfortunately mean to my cat, and he didn't want to never like clip the claws, like not declaw it, but like clip the claws or put like what is it, those little safety protectors on the claw. So I decided to just kind of keep the cat down here again and just frequent more times than to just just come down to Trenton, New Jersey. So yeah, again, 15 Thompson Street, THOM as in Mary, P as in Paul, S as in Sam, O as in Oscar, N as in Nancy, Street. And I'm just really putting it out here because it was just like, yo, like you guys wanted to gang stalk me and all that other kind of shit. It was just like, yo, obviously then be about that shit. Like you keyboard warriors and all the other kind of shit where y'all trying to talk all that little da 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 da. You had nothing but space and opportunity. And you've been doing nothing but some bitch ass punk ass shit. I'm too old for this shit. This shit should have never even happened. This has been a violation of my human and civil rights. This has been entirely illegal. The fact that so many Black people was really bandwagoning on this abuse and lying on my name is just it really shows on how much these people have not fucking evolved. And I say these people because these people are distinct from the Black people that are literally like you would see in fucking history books. There has definitely, here's the thing. Here's the thing that makes it just so fucking awful about niggers and coons. When you see in each respective race, I'm talking about from Asians, you have a chase system or chase system, however you pronounce it. And everyone has like, a system. Okay. Like I think the most easy one to distinguish is, you have white people within social class where you have the rich, the rich elite, what are those called? Social society, like high society climbers or something like that. So you have those. So you have the elite, you have the wealth, you have the super wealthy, the elite. Then you have the high society social climbers. Then you have the other ones who are just, celebrities and things of that nature. And then from there you have the people who are, like influencers who still have the money and things of that nature. But that kind of like lumps in basically people who have money. Then you had middle class, which is really not middle class anymore. It's between like middle and lower class. And then from there you just have homeless. But it's just like from white people specifically, it's just like you have a distinct kind of you have the this distinct kind of identification from, like, I guess, like, wealthy, well-to-do white people, middle class white people, lower class white people slash trailer park, kind of things. And before, back in the day, it used to be like trailer park was like the lowest of the low. However, nowadays you kind of see people with trailer parks who have, like, really nice, who know how to, like, fix and renovate their properties to make it look really nice, and they kind of flip it and stuff like that. But yeah, like, they see basically, like, those are the tiers when it comes to, like, social status. And with black people, you also have people who are wealthy, then you have the middle and lower class, and then you have people who live in the ghetto. You feel me? Now, the thing that makes coons, so with that, okay, so you have your whites, you have the white wealthy, you have the middle class, you have the lower class, upper class, middle class, lower class slash, like trailer park and stuff like that. So yeah. And then with the black people, you have upper class, middle class, lower class slash ghetto, things of that nature. Niggers and coons is so fucking unique because that right there is just really the foundation of the fucking dodo birds who really wanted to go ahead and sell out and use any kind of excuse necessary. Well, for some, not even for some, for a large number of people, they were desperate to be free. Obviously, people were willing to do the most for freedom, to escape the unjust punishment and mistreatment that slaves and black people in general were getting from from unjustly from fellow black people and from white people. Now, there was no code or honor amongst niggers and coons. They would definitely try to suck up and sell out. And you kind of get, it is just a very light, like what you see right now when it comes to people in the workplace, when you see a lot of people be kiss asses to managers and things like that, to get a climb up, um, to get promoted and shit like that. Is just the super lightest way on how niggers and coons were. Um, Back in the day, and the shit still apparently fucking remains. Again, I thought these people were, like, abolished. I'm not abolished. I thought these people were done. I thought these people were out. Like, what is the point of being a nigger and coon? Like, I thought that after the civil rights movement that we were all kumbaya, we was all unity and shit like that. So we had, like, we were all a melting pot of culture, of belief systems, just respecting each other. So I believe, when I was over here advocating for causes and things of that nature, I didn't even consider that. I didn't even consider that. I thought that was a pass. I figured that, after the amendments were passed about abolishing slavery, of course, with the stipulations that they had, of course, how white people had to do that. I didn't think that, niggers and coons was still an issue until I found myself in a position where niggers and coons were over here oppressing me and just doing nothing to this day but recruiting other people who are not black, people who are just people of color, and especially the white people, specific white people who wanted to do nothing but go ahead and either oppress me, harm me, intentionally try to kill me, and slander my name, character assassination, and try to harass me. So I don't want to go too much into that because but to, like, we're going to be going definitely just kind of as many times as people are telling me, all this as many of these gang stalkers who are trying to drip information and stuff like that, being like fucking minuses. I want to go ahead and use this time to just explore exactly how far they fucking gone with the disrespect and being a fucking sellout, a nigger coon. Go about disposing a lot of their lies, especially when they're calling me homeless. Again, 15 Thompson Street, Trenton, New Jersey. I've been here. I've fucking been here. I acquired this place in 2008, and so I acquired this place in 2008. However, in 2007, I was fixing it up. That's when my uncle's family had to fucking leave because it was going up for foreclosure. Yes, that's right. So when I was 17 years old, I was taking care of my grandmother and my two younger siblings on my mom's side, and then my uncle was living here with his family. They did not want to keep up the bills or anything of that nature. So eventually, as I have come up of age, I had them out. they had to be out. The house was going for foreclosure, and they didn't want to tell me that. I happened to overhear that shit, and I decided to seize the place and fix it up. Now, right now, it is looking a mess, and I am going to be cleaning this up, but I'm also bringing a lot of like I'm cleaning some things up because I've taken a lot of shit from storage. So that way I can be able to just kind of get rid of unneeded and unnecessary things. But there's been lies about, me supposedly like having like being rich and wealthy. I'm like, why would I want to live in these fucking conditions if I was actually, if I actually had money? And again, I'm putting this out here because I want the fact that bitches did not learn. And that is specifically speaking of the people within the Black community. They did not learn from the past. They decided to go ahead and repeat history by being a fucking minus, by being fucking sellouts, by targeting their own, by misdirecting and projecting their hatred and all their other kind of like childhood wounds onto another Black person. And I'm so fucking sick of it. I do not have any faith in y'all bitches. And when I saw also churches and things of that nature within the Black community, because this whole fucking town decided to be a fucking sellout. Okay. This was initially, I would say, like, a small town, really, whereas it's like everybody knew everybody for the most part. People were calling each other like cousin, not because they were related, but because like, they knew each other, or their moms knew their moms and things of that nature. They grew up together. So imagine me graduating with an 8 average from high school, always having accolades, being buddy buddy with people, keeping my cookie to myself until I graduated high school because I didn't want to follow the footsteps of other people. People who literally I thought had my back, I was having theirs. People who were literally like befriending me and thinking that, oh, like Shalice is awesome. People literally saying that shit. And then having to discover these same people were so quick to lie on my name. Today is my birthday, and all I want is immediate justice by my fucking definition. Not these Blacks who literally decided to exploit me and use me and abuse me for their own self-serving gain. I hate is not even enough. I disdain these people so much that the people who have initiated this abuse, I want them imprisoned bare fucking minimum. That is a compromise, to be imprisoned. Worse, I find that balance. And I'm so dead ass. You guys have been trying to kill me. You have humiliated me. You have treated me into a human zoo experiment. You have tried to brainwash me, and you also cultivated multiple religious doctrines underneath my abuse. Here's the thing. A lot of people and within the spiritual community, because like honestly, as a person who is Christian but also experiences, spirituality, like open to spirituality, I have since my youth, I have learned different denominations by, under my household, under my grandmother's household. And I am utterly disgusted by how many Black people decided to fucking exploit me. It's including churches, Black churches. Oh my God. There's just so much darkness and corruption. And again, I just want the history books to just really show things for what it is, on how Black people did not know. They knew better, but they decided not to do better. They decided really not to do better. So yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and besides just saying like, oh yeah, this is the same house and shit like that. No, I want to go ahead and show you, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just promote it. So yeah, this is the so as you can see, I have to keep this right here. I have to remove my bedding. I have to remove my bedding every fucking day because why? I don't want fucking niggers and coons to be in my fucking place because they invade my fucking place. I supposedly have been supposedly blacklisted and surveilled with the help of the government. And I shit you not. I shit you fucking not. This has been so awful of everybody, every fucking body. So yeah, so here we go. Yeah, that is, not much has changed when it comes to like the color of everything. And I want to just make this shit. I'm telling you, I want to make this shit is live right now. But I want, in fact, hold on, let me just go ahead and screenshot this. Okay, thank you. So yeah, this shit is live. Now I remember in my old school YouTube video, I had like a video like this. Hold on, I don't know if you can actually let me get out the way. So I had a video like this where I was dancing. Okay, let's get the cats. And I had this same area. And I also have been keeping, I mentioned this before, but I've been keeping like stickers around the house where it's just like, yo, boundary, you are invading my privacy. Unless I myself post for the public online, you are unwelcome to view my private life and private affairs without my permission, regardless of your thoughts and assumed entitlement. I would never allow this. I would never allow this. This is a room that had transformed into this is the room that had transformed into like my studio. This used to be a blue room. This used to be the blue room for my Just Bees Honey channel. In fact, you can still see, I don't know if you can see that, but there's like some blue still. Like there's blue. Hold on. Seriously. Do you see that? This is blue. And I had like partial green too. Oh yeah, in one of my videos, like, hold on. So this is like one of the this is right here. Boom. And on my Facebook, I have a photo of that right there with that same kind of photo. I'm just like, I call it the beauty room because at one point this was the beauty room, but now I've turned it into the room where I wanted to go ahead and just kind of like have my computer really. So yeah, I put like, yo, I've been unjustly abused and I want justice now, like ASAP. And I've done that. Like I wrote this down like a long time ago, but it's just like, yo, what's happening, key moments about me, because I really wanted to go ahead and write a documentary about this, and which of course a lot of white people decided to try to follow suit. And that's another thing too. A lot of white people decided to hop on this bandwagon because of fucking racist agendas, and which is why I'm saying I like a lot of coon nigger black people have really made it their fucking business by trying to go ahead and help situations for their own fucking come ups. I really hate that shit. I really fucking do. So yeah, so now we're gonna keep going down here. This is my same space. So yeah, imagine me, 21 years old, just seeing this place for what it is. Okay, so yeah, so this is the same room. As I said, I have some bags right there, but here is the couch. That's the couch. Excuse me. That's the couch right there. Okay. I have the pillows up and things of that nature because I really want to call out the Asians that have been really trying to like, talk on some shit. I want to talk about the Asians that have really just, literally helped and tried to say some slick passive aggressive shit in order to harm me. Harm me. An intent to kill me. I shit you fucking not. Yo, I'm telling you, once I play this shit, yo, for real, for real. So yeah, this right here, this is that's a door, and this is the same fucking wall with my art and shit like that in my videos. And I'm also going to be doing like my video where I'm going to be showing exactly like okay what I have filmed and where I filmed it. But yeah, I'm just like, yo, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Same color wall. Oh my goodness, it's just like okay, same colored wall and everything, y'all. I'm telling you. Same photos right here. It's just like, yo, as black people, like, what the fuck? And here's some photos from like, I really don't care. Because like how much have you seen already? You feel me? Despicable. 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 Blacks. Despicable. You thought this shit was funny, but it's just like, yo, you're the fucking joke. You really are the fucking joke. You really are the fucking joke. Every single time when you guys were trying to save face, you have been playing your fucking self. This is the battery and stuff like that is doing like some little bounce, like some type of issue. I have to restart it and reset it because you guys have been messing with my security system. You have. And I have that recorded too. I have that on file too. I have, you recorded where you guys were making like little passive aggressive comments. I have recorded about what is it? I also have recorded the whole jury thing about the judge. Okay, like I'm really fucking sick with this. Like even if I have to, I don't care if I have to go to every fucking news station or whatever like that. It's just like I'm really fucking done. Especially with you religious people who've been trying to like um stick me to like some type of like, either Messiah or some type of bullshit. Like, yo, you don't do that shit with like Britney Spears or like, or Beyonce or some shit like that. I mean, I've seen actually you guys have done some weird things, but they consider it, like flattery. I mean, hey, look, that's that's cool for them or whatever like that though. But like I'm not the celebrity here where you guys have been paying me or anything like that. You have been trying to see me fucking down for so many fucking years for your fucking entertainment. At the very fucking end of the day, everybody keeps saying for entertainment purposes only. For entertainment purposes only. I am so fucking done with you bitches. Like for real, for real. Like you have done nothing but continuously try to harm me. And then pretend that you were actually like, you actually had my good intentions from me. So yeah, I had fixed this place up initially. This is from, hold on. So this wall right here is where I had did the this wall right here is where I did like I think like one of my first videos where I was discussing about like the banana bars, and that was from hold on. That was from Oh, that's from my Just Bees Honey channel. And now we're gonna go outside because I'm so serious. And it's like you guys are trying to like, act like I'm supposed to be scared of you. You bitches are some fucking keyboard warriors. You bitches have done nothing but just annoy the fuck out of me. That's some punk ass bitches. That's some punk ass bitches. Will have no fucking excuse. Like you know where the fuck I live at. You been knew where the fuck I live, bitch. Here, same Instagram. Yo, kill yourselves. Seriously, I'm so fucking done with y'all. Y'all really fucking tried it. I'm so fucking done with y'all. Yep, yep, yep. Still same from like my Facebook where I took a photo. You talking about some I'm like supposedly homeless and shit like that. I'm like, yo, get the fuck up out of here. Seriously, get the fuck up out of here. Y'all been lying the whole fucking time. Disgusting. So yeah, for like, opportunities, black people decided to, I would say, like sell me out. But then it was just like if it was truly fucking worth it, then you guys would still not be complaining to white people or just society in America about like how you are not respected and how you are not protected and how you are still getting inequitable compensation and how you're not getting paid enough or how you're not getting opportunities enough and things of that nature. If it was actually truly worth it for you to go ahead and abuse me and be a fucking seller, you should have damn well made sure it was worth it enough where everybody was getting fucking fed. Because honestly, what you did instead was that you put a lot of people in fucking debt. People have died. People have targeted, and you subconsciously put in the minds that black people are inferior. Like again, I'm putting into two fucking categories. It's not just black people. I mean, it's black people, but it's the coons and the niggers within the black community. And the sad thing is that the majority of people within the black community are niggers and coons because of the fuck shit that they've done. I am 39 fucking years old. Well, and like literally in less than 2 hours, I will be 39 fucking officially. I will be 39 fucking years old. And I'm really fucking done with this stupid shit. And so it's just like however you are laughing at the very end of the day, you yourself have done nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, but bring that shit back onto your fucking shoulders. And I will definitely be explaining that later because it will just be a fucking joy to really just go ahead and laugh at you as you were thinking that you were laughing at me. It's just like, yo, like you really are the fucking joke at the very end of the day. You have been nothing but embodying the nigger and coon, and then you try to inspire people to follow your fluctuating, flimsy, wishy-washy trends that did nothing but try to appeal to the white people who were consciously thanking you for undoing the shit that you guys were holding them to, the holding them to the guilt and the shame of mocking us, of inequities and things of that nature. You bitches were doing to me, and You were trying, and yet you were also at the same time subconsciously kissing their ass. Kissing their ass. And so that's why a lot of them try to protect you now because you were their favorite pet. Well, for some time, you guys were their favorite pet. So yeah, yeah. My name is Shalise Mapp. I'm living at 15 Thompson Street, and it was just like, yo, if you were actually really about it, you would have done it by now. And it's just like you are already shown that you were that you were okay with trying to kill me. You were okay with trying to harm me and subject me to serious, unjust cruelties. Because I've been the person that's been following the rules, abiding by a lot of things, and I mean, I've grown to just I've been the genuine, actual, real person. I have some weird, crazy, ugly bitch who decided to pretend to be my best friend, who I had cut off years ago, decided to go ahead and backstab me and betray me and talk behind my back. And by backstab and betray me, I don't mean like, try to like speak on my name with like, telling my past history. No, she fabricated the majority of that shit, if not everything. The only thing that she can literally tell you about are the things that I already told you about. There's nothing else. This bitch has literally been lying out of her fat, ugly mouth. Oh, I'm sorry. No, didn't she get some like it's what is it? That thing where it's like the pin in your belly or something like that. I remember at first it was plastic surgery or like the tummy tuck, things of that nature. And then the other one was Omnicore or something like that. I don't know, whatever. I really don't give a fuck at the very end of the day. But it's just like if you're over here mimicking me, copying me, stealing from me, and you're lying about property that I gave you or something like that, it's just like I'm done. I'm really fucking done. And I'm disgusted. And I'm putting this out here because the government, black people especially, and all the other races are really just, can kiss my fucking ass because I'm really fucking just, I had it. Enough is enough in regards to this bullshit situation. So don't pretend like, you never knew exactly where I live for the most of you, but it's just like, here I am, you stupid ass bitches. So yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say for right now. We are going to be going into maybe tomorrow. I'm thinking about going live action at City Hall and also at my other at the where the mortgage company is to verify and confirm with you that yes, this is 15 Thompson if you have not seen it out there already. Because yeah, I'm just like done. I'm just so fucking done. You guys were probably going to try to do something, trying to talk about, oh, we're going to kidnap her, we're going to harm her. You've already tried to poison my food, and you think that these little slick shots are actually going to like, try to make, trying to scare me or anything like that. I have been waiting for the day because honestly, it would have been giving me an opportunity for me to release a lot of fucking pent up frustration in regards to all the fuck shit that you've been doing. Okay. At that point in time when you got here, it's free game. You feel me? It's self-defense. It's always been self-defense. Do not ever, ever fucking think that you have anything to like intimidate me with or anything like that because I'm putting this all fucking out. I'm so fucking serious. And here we go. As you guys are trying to say that I'm crazy, bitch, I have so much information to dispose of your fucking bullshit that again, it's time that things really kind to come to light. And it's really pathetic that I, a woman that you seem to be so fucking intimidated by and threatened by, a black woman no less, is doing more for herself than you bitches could ever could. You've been using me as a fucking handicap. So yeah, for my birthday, I definitely want justice now today. I want the initiators to be imprisoned. I want them to be locked up with no bail until they are imprisoned. I want justice by my definition. And I am the person to have it now.